We had a pretty nice rainstorm last night, and it's actually pretty beautiful out today. A little humid, but it's nice and cool, which is a blessing here in Texas. So I'm thinking I should go out and shoot a video. But you know what? I shouldn't. Why? Because this is Hedgery. The Sapir-Whorf hypothesis posits that the language we use shapes our perception of reality. Now, whether you believe our perception changes reality, that's up to you. But it does affect our ability to think creatively about how to solve problems. So let's think about that word should for a moment. Taken absolutely, it implies that this thing, whatever it is going to happen no matter what. It should happen. But what we usually mean is, I know that I need to do this thing, or I think it's important that I need to do this thing, usually with an extra subtext of, but I don't want to. When we use the word should, we are surrendering our autonomy, our agency, our power to willingly choose to take action. We are implying that to act or not is beyond our control. That is simply not true. Being able to exercise agency over our own life decisions is a critical component of the Hedgery path. If you think about it, everything we want to prune, everything we want to grow requires us to take responsibility for our actions. I mean, how can we be more sustainable if we can't make more sustainable choices? How can we grow our circle of respect if we don't have any choice over who or what we show respect to? How can we grow our competence if we don't have the ability to trust our own knowledge and capability to learn? How can we grow our health if we have no control over what we do with our bodies? And ultimately, how can we grow our circle of sharing if we don't have the ability to choose what we share and with whom? We're not sharing. We're being taken from. It's important for us to use the full range of our expressions when we're talking about why we're doing something or not doing something. And yes, it takes a lot more words to describe that, to say to ourselves, the cats are starting to notice, I think it's a good idea that I take out the cat litter today, instead of, I should take out the cat litter. It's a small difference, but by talking about the reasons, it gives us the ability to look at the whole situation instead of just this narrow pathway that leads to us taking out the cat litter. If there's a problem, if we're able to speak coherently about the whole problem, maybe there's another solution. Maybe we can ask somebody for help. But if we should do it, if I should do it, those options are off the table. So I hope that now you've experienced this one little hidden trick in how our language choices rob us of our personal power, that you'll become more aware of the many different expressions in our language that we use to give up our own agency, our own autonomy. And I know I will say I should do that, or I gotta do that at some point in the future too. Hedgery is not about beating ourselves up over these mistakes. It's about looking at things and recognizing them for what they are. Before we go, I do want to leave you with a question that has more than one correct answer. These trees didn't grow this way because they should. They grew this way because they were doing their best at every moment to get by. So here's my question. What's one way that you have been surrendering your autonomy, one way that you have been giving up your agency. Think it over and share with us down in the comments. And why not share the video with your friends while you're at it? I'll see you next time, but until then, remember, you are Hedgery.